think so many women are like desperate to learn more about like sex and having a beautiful sexual, intimacy relationship with themselves, but also with another partner. How has that looked for your kind of clients and your kind of your own personal like maybe intimacy practice? Like, is it something that you still practice even when you're in a relationship, like your personal pleasure, that kind of stuff?
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, it comes in waves. There's sometimes in my relationship when I've been self-pleasuring and really focusing on my pleasure. And then there's other moments when I'm just not, when I'm like prioritizing other things or work so I wouldn't say that I have a consistent practice. And in moments I do, and it is still a really important part of my life that I'm so grateful that I did spend attention, like putting attention there, because I do know my body and I understand what feels good, and I know like I have access to my own pleasure. And that's also a really important part of connecting with our feminine energy, because connecting with our bodies is like so much connecting to our feminine energy, like so I think that our feminine energy really lives in our bodies, and our masculine energy more exists inside of our heads, like our
Yes.
thinking, analytical, right? Like logical mind. And then our desires, our feelings, our emotions are in our bodies, and that's our feminine energy. And we really get taught in our society to not connect with our bodies, like generally our emotions are inappropriate unless you're happy, and our pleasure is definitely inappropriate. Hide that and be ashamed of that. And so it's really like a reclamation of our bodies and our pleasure and our feminine. When we like choose to self pleasure, we choose to put our pleasure first, not just sexually but in our whole lives.
Yeah.
And so I find like a really deep and healing way to connect with our body is with connecting with our pleasure and our pussies, because there has been so much shame there, and because it is like our root chakra. It is like our safety, our sexuality, like it's our first two chakras. And it's like I think that in order to create that sense of like um strength and like firmness internally, I don't know if those are the right words necessarily, but like solidity, I think that reclaiming our pleasure is a really important piece of that. And then when you get into a relationship, you know what feels good. And that's such a gift to yourself. That's such a gift to your future partner. And then also, if you're focusing on your pleasure while you're single, you're not like rushing to get into a relationship because you're just dying to have sex.
Yeah.